Hi there and welcome to this turbocharged business interview. My guest this morning, or probably late evening or early afternoon, early evening where you are, Dr. John Demartini. Second time lucky for us, I think, John. Very well welcome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be with you again.
We tried to get this gig happening when you were in Brisbane a couple of months back, but the wireless in the hotel was a little, impotent, I suppose would be the word. So it's a delight. I'm pretty pleased you come back again because you're something of an international superstar, and I've really been looking forward to the interview. In the unlikely event that you don't know who Dr. John Demartini is, he's considered to be one of the world's leading authorities on human behaviour and personal development. He's a multiple best-selling author of 9 self-help books, translated into 22 languages. It's pretty impressive. And there's another one just at the bestsellers list. So we should say 10, John. He's also a health professional, international business consultant and educator. Travels the world, all across the US and the rest of the world as well. He's appeared on numerous documentaries, television shows, addressed audiences all over the world, shares the stage with the likes of some of the most influential people in the world, the likes of Stephen Covey, Dyer, one of the great books of all time, Pull Your Own Strings, Deepak Chopra, and Donald Trump. There's a bit of a contrast, isn't there? Deepak Chopra and Donald Trump. He's also the founder of the Demartini Institute, that branches in Houston and in Johannesburg, South Africa. I believe you're in Houston right now, John, is that correct?
I am in my office.
I want to hear a bit more of a Texan drawl, but maybe you weren't born there.
You know, my sister has that, but for some reason, I guess because of my travels, the twang is diminished.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's rock and roll. As you know, we've got 5 minutes for the interview. The subject is success principles of high achievers. I can't wait. Your time starts now. Let's kick it off, and I want to ask you, what would you say were the characteristics or behavior traits that make up great achievers?
Well, I believe that every human being lives by a set of priorities, a set of values, things that are most important to least important in their life. And whenever they set goals and intentions that are aligned and congruent with what's truly, truly most important to them, they are inspired from within to act. And they don't procrastinate, hesitate, and frustrate. They just get disciplined, reliable, and focused. And they're willing to endure pain and pleasure in the pursuit of whatever is most important to them, and they achieve. They don't stop. And the key is congruency, setting goals that are truly meaningful. And so often people set goals that aren't, thinking that they're meaningful, but I always say the key is making sure you set goals that are really aligned with what's truly most important to you. Because if you do, you have the highest probability of achievement. And people who are high achievers have either consciously or unconsciously tapped into that highest value, the thing that they can't wait to get up in the morning and do. And when they do that, people can't wait to get their service.
So I guess they shift from I should do this to I really want to do this thing.
If you're having to say, I should do this, or I ought to do that, I'm supposed to do this, that's an injected value from some authority and not from within. I said on The Secret, when the vision on the inside is louder and more profound than all opinions on the outside, you begin to master your life.
Nice.
I really believe that you have to have an inner voice and inner vision driving this thing.
Yes, and possibly also, it's very well put, thank you, and possibly also the moment we start thinking I should, it also means I ain't gonna. but I might just have a guilt trip about it.
That's it. The probability of you doing something that's not really highest on your values is diminished. So knowing yourself and being yourself is the key to loving yourself. You got to be true to yourself. You will never have a more magnificent goal than the one that's really meaningful to you.
Again, very nicely put. This isn't in our list of questions, but what you're saying, as I understand it, is align your goals to your deepest values, your personal values. How do people get clear on their personal values? Is it something they just intuit, or are there certain things they can do to get some clarity?
No. In fact, after asking now about, I don't know how many thousands of people about their values, I realize that most people lie to themselves. They write down what is social idealisms and what they think that their authorities assume it should be, instead of looking at what their life demonstrates. So I say in my book, The Values Factor, which I'm going to hold up here for a second. Latest bestseller. I have an outline in there of 13 value determinants. And I'll go through those really quickly. You look at how you fill. Okay. You look at how you fill your space. You look at how you really truly spend your time. You look at how you spend your energy, what energizes you. You look at what you spend your money on. You look at what you're disciplined on, where you're most organized, what you dominate your thought on, what you visualize about how you want your life, what you affirm inside your head, what you talk to other people about most, what you're most inspired by, what are truly goals that you achieve, and what is it you love learning about. If you look at those 13 criteria, you'll get an idea of what's truly important to you.
Well, what I'm impressed with is that you know them off by heart. You actually can remember 13 things. I can't remember where I put my car keys. Anyhow, on that basis, therefore, pretty much anyone can get to a level of success or achievement based on their personal values. Would that be correct?
Well, I believe that people already are successful according to their values right now, but what they do is they don't know what those values are sometimes, and they're injecting other people's values. And whenever they subordinate to other people and try to live other people's lives, they beat themselves up thinking there's something wrong with them, and they're not honoring the successes that they have. So the first thing to do is make sure you really know what's truly important to you, and you'll look very carefully. Your life will demonstrate where you are successful. But if you compare yourself to other people, you'll think there's something wrong with you.
Or something wrong with them. We've got less than 30 seconds. Folks, I really recommend you get the book, The Values Factor. To me, it's one of the most critically important subjects in life and business, period, is to be the you were born to be. You can go to www.Demartini, that's D-R-D-E, Martini, as in have a little sip, .com, and look for The Values Factor or Amazon.com. Dr. John, thanks so much for taking time out of Houston, Texas to join us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.